All right. Hello, knockouts. Tanya TKO here. And Happy New Year, everyone. We have a really special treat for you today. I'm going to be bringing on a very special guest. We're going to be talking to a Brooklyn Black dude about Black love, life, and politics. We're going to be talking about 2021, what we left in 2020, and we're going to be reacting to some videos live. I have the infamous G Moody from This, That, and the Other on the broadcast with me today, and I'm going to give him an opportunity to introduce. I'm going to give him an opportunity to introduce himself, so I'm going to pull him forward. Hello, everybody. Hello. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Get ready. All right. And hello.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, G.
What's going on? What's happening?
How are you doing?
I'm
Tilt,
chilling.
tilt your camera so that we could be on the same level. You look like you down here. Tilt it so we could be like in the same frame.
Oh shit, my fault.
All
That
right.
good?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So tell everybody who you are real quick.
I am G Moody of world famous podcast called This, That, and the Third with G Moody. It's on all platforms. It's real talk, no filters, independent thinking. The content will keep your ass content. That's it. Podcast is done live outside in the streets of New York. Outside. So whatever you hear is the ambiance of NY in my podcast, which adds to the texture.
All right. So where are you at right now in New York? We know you're from Brooklyn, but
That's
where are
right.
you at now?
I'm in Harlem right now. I'm chilling out, sitting out here in I think 38-degree weather, but I like to get my practice out here. See if I can talk in 32-degree weather with no faux pas, and I do it all the time.
Oh goodness. So look, we're gonna be doing this for half hour. You gonna
I
be all
do.
right?
I'm good money. I do a show on Instagram Live. It's called G Moody's Cookout. I sit right here. We spit American life and sports talk for 1 hour. I spit for 1 hour in the snow, in the rain, in the cold. This is nothing. This is light work.
Oh, okay. All right. This light work, right?
No
All
doubt. You
right.
see it. You see the background, no green screen and all that.
How do we know this is not green screen? For real, how do we know?
You gonna wait? How can you find out? I don't know. Somebody got to walk behind me and slap my ass or something. That way you'll know.
All right. So first up on the docket, Black love. Is Black love different than any other type of love, Moody?
That's what I've always try to understand. Like how I see a lot of posts on Instagram talking about black love, black this. How is black love any different from anybody else's love? You love a person, right? And it's not dependent upon the skin color, right? So what is black love if you're trying to differentiate? I'm asking you.
If you can't tell, that means you ain't never got it right, brother. If you can't tell the difference between Black love and any other kind of love, that means you ain't had that good love. So what you
Uh,
trying to say? What you trying to
I
say?
I got it. But I'm saying Indian love, but that's different. Chinese love, how that's different. That's what I'm saying. What makes black love uh in another category if it's about love? So you
You know,
can't explain that.
listen, I'm gonna tell you, right? And I've traveled all around this world. Look, all jokes aside, and you know what? And I think that this is one of the downfalls that a lot of Black men have is they can't. For some reason, they refuse to be able to acknowledge the different texture of
Mm,
Black love. And I'll tell you this much, right? I lived in Tokyo for a year and I had a lot of friends, but there were no Black women there that I had proximity to be able to have like a friendship with. And I had a lot of different types of friends, but there's just a warmth about a Black woman that is just it's different. I have not yet seen this. I'm home. Come home, be home. I got you. And that really that I'm gonna roll up my sleeves and I'm gonna put you upon my bosom and just the energy of Black women is different. So I can't even imagine from a man's point of view, if you're saying that you can't tell the difference, then I'm gonna have to have a few conversations behind the scenes and find out
No,
what's.
I know, but there may be people out there that will say, how is that different from Irish love? You know what I'm saying? So if you're talking to this is a global situation. These cats got to try to understand. So I'm giving a rhetorical
So now all
question.
of a sudden, since I said I'm gonna have a conversation off camera, now all of a sudden you saying it's rhetoric, huh?
This is this is people that want to know. Like for me,
People,
of course I know. Of course I
uh-huh.
know.
So won't you testify then? Because you got me over here testifying. Don't be afraid. See, this is part of the issue.
Okay.
It seemed like you afraid. You afraid to put your stamp on it and speak up, so that you have to come out of the gate on the broadcast talking about what's the difference, and then now you're gonna be like it's rhetorical, sir. You representing yourself right now.
What I'm saying to you is, you saying, and I'm asking you, what is black love?
I'm asking you, so won't you answer then? You look, you a man. You are the guest on the broadcast. So answer, what is Black love? What's the difference to you? What's the difference? Because I'm
No.
sure playing basketball and doing all this other stuff, I'm sure you've experienced many types of loves.
Mm.
Mm.
Now let me tell you, black love to me,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to separate it, right? Separate it, right? Because it's black people, black love. Black love is a deep loving of yourself, who you are, and finding out who you are and loving oneself enables you to have a greater love for your partner. So to me, that is black love when the black person loves themselves first. There's a lot of cats out here have self-hate. So if you got that self-hate, there's no way you can engage in black love when you don't love yourself. So black love starts with the self first. In order for you to really give love, you have to love yourself. So that's what it means to me. So I knew what time it was. I'm just throwing that out there for cats who may not understand why there would be a need to hyphenate love. Boom.
So
Kick
you
that
so,
real.
so that's the answer. That
That's
Black
the straight
love
up.
is self-love.
Exactly, because it starts with the self, and living in this society, our blackness is all screwed up, right? Because
Hold,
we've
they're
been
saying they hear an
conditioned.
echo. Hold on. Let me put my headset in.
You need an echo because you need to hear it twice. So let me
Don't
kick it to
nobody
you
need
again.
no. Listen, hold on. Listen.
You asked me the
So what?
question.
Hold on. I gotta get. You see, I don't have the earpiece in my ear yet. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm giving
Okay.
you comprehensive game, but not
What
game.
kind? Uh-huh. Yeah, this is game because you
This
first
ain't game.
started
This
out
is
talking. It
real.
is game.
Because if you talking about black love, right?
Yes.
In this society, you have no knowledge of self until your later years. So if you
Okay.
want to talk about black love, it starts with me throwing out all the rhetoric that was told to black people that basically brainwashed me on black people. So I got to start with me and undo all of that bullshit. And when you do that, then you have a greater love for you,
You
and then you
talking
can
in
have a
circles
greater
now.
love for your partner. That's black love at its foundation.
What is the
If you go,
difference between a Black woman and any other woman then, since you want to talk in circles? What's the difference then? Let's put you on the
that's
hot
real.
seat. What's the
What's the
difference?
difference
Oh, hold on.
between
Before you answer, people are saying that you need a little Carmex.
get the fuck out of here, word?
You know what Carmex is?
My lips is good, man. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm outside. This is the weather
This the your lips are the weather. You know something fine. I'm not listen.
and the lighting.
It's the lighting.
You tell these cats, yo, I'm good money. It's the lighting out here. It's 30-something degrees. What the hell you expect from this brother spitting the heat? Everything going to warm up right now.
All right. Well, okay, listen, there's 800 people on here. A few people have said it. And so I'll let you go ahead and answer. All right.
I'm good money. I'm
Go
good money.
ahead. What's the difference between a black woman and any other woman?
What's the difference?
Yes.
To me,
Yes to you.
the black woman is, to me, because I come from a woman, I come from a black woman. So what I know her to be is the ultimate. You know what I'm saying? So that's number one in my life because I come from a black woman. And she wasn't good just because she is black. It's more to her than her skin color. So she is number one, and it was the way she lived her life. That's why the black woman to me is number one based on my experience with the first woman, the first human being that I ever seen. And that was my mom. And it had nothing to do with her skin color. It's who she is as a human being.
So
So
you're
if she
saying that
just
you would have
happens, she
turned out
happens to be black.
so you're saying that there's no difference between a black woman and any other woman.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that
You
at all.
listen, my audience is going to turn on you, G. I'm trying to give
Listen,
you opportunities to save yourself.
listen, I'm being real. I'm not looking for nobody to turn on my ass or whatever.
They're
But
going to turn on you.
I'm kicking it real, like for me. So I'm trying to explain to you what black love is because you don't got the right understanding of what this thing is.
I don't
It's,
have the right understanding.
it starts with you,
You know
black.
something?
It starts with who you are. If you hate yourself, how the fuck you gonna be in black love? If you hate who you are as a black person and you got negative connotation, negative
You
views of
talking
yourself,
about what it isn't. I'm trying to listen, I'm trying to help you. You play basketball. I am giving you the assist right now. I'm throwing the ball. All you got to do is the layup. And you out there, you representing something different right now, sir. You're gonna be on your own when them look. Can you see the comments rolling in?
no, but they killing me. I'm kick. All right, I can take it. I like this. Tell me, I can't see it. Tell me.
You can click on the thing that says comments. There should be an area for you to be able to see what the people are saying. They not liking what's going on
Okay,
because
I
you
hear.
talking about you came from a black woman and there wasn't anything special about. Listen, first of all, and listen. I've heard your podcast where you've gone down to the Geechee South and you out there on the riverfront, and I've seen you talking to hip hop masters and old school and all of this, and you're going to try to tell me that there's nothing different about the black experience in America than any other experience. I'll let you have that if that's how you want to get
I,
down.
I, that
Maybe.
came out of my mouth. I didn't even say that. You hearing some other shit? Oh, this is the type of show it is where you make up shit.
Listen, you making up stuff right now.
I,
You
I
making you making yourself seem like you're not equipped for the cold.
listen. What I just gave you
Yes, what you just gave us.
was real talk. I said black love. Now you're gonna hear it from the horse's mouth. Black
Uh-huh.
love. Black love starts from yourself. When you
Uh-huh.
love yourself, then
So
you
you could
can
be a white
really
person and love yourself and have black love.
say it again.
So you could be a white person, love yourself, and have black love.
We're talking about black people, hence the term black love.
What
This
is
has
it about
nothing to
black?
do with anybody else.
So you just said the definition is when you love yourself. You're not talking about any of the
But we're
special
talking
ribbons
about
and
black.
flavors of.
We're
Listen,
talking about black people. So it's a given that you got to love who you are. And in this
the ladies are
society, it
saying
fucks
you're
your
making
head up.
them feel dry down below. That's what they say. You're making them feel dry.
What? Listen. Wait a minute.
They coming for you, G. Your answer was not copacetic. Get him. Get
Wait.
him.
Hold up. Hold up.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. They coming for you. And I don't blame them.
What are they saying? Say, give me one. I like this.
All right. One woman said, so hold on. Somebody said black love ain't self-love, different terms. Somebody saying the ramblings of of a drowning man.
No,
David
nope.
is saying this dude is,
Dude's lost.
this dude is
I'm
lost.
lost. All right. I like this. I can take all that good shit. I'm
So
saying,
listen, they saying, dude, your statements are general and vague.
okay.
Somebody is saying, hang up on him.
Nope. Nope. I'm gonna turn all this shit around.
They want to know if you have kids. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
I bring the energy in the show. Of course, it's gonna be a lot of chats and all that because I don't give you the run of the mill arguments and answers. Of course, this is how it goes with me. This is how it is. But it's always what I think. It's real shit.
They
Yeah, I got a daughter.
saying this, oh God, they're calling it psychobabble. They're saying give
Nah,
you the side eye. The ladies are saying that they got Sahara dry walls listening to you. You drying the women up. Moody, what's going on?
what's going on? Go ahead. It's your show. Drive the conversation. You ask me, I
All
tell you.
right, all right. Well, if that's the best,
I'm not
listen.
supposed to have the same mindset as everybody. I'm not with the group think. You ask me a question, and I'm gonna tell your ass what I think. That's what it is.
Okay, and if that's what you think, so let's move on then. I'm gonna play a clip. I'm gonna play a clip for you, and we're gonna react to this live. I want to see what you have to say about this.
All
Okay,
right.
so let me just get this queued up. Go easy on him. This is my boy right here.
No, I can take it. Tell them to come. Keep coming.
Okay, well he said it. Keep coming. They
Keep coming.
said, keep coming. Okay, so hold on. Let's get the sound up. Let's see if we
She
could make
wouldn't
this.
date me because I was on a budget.
Yeah, so that's the name of the thing. She wouldn't date me because I was on a budget. So we're going to listen to what this guy has to say, and I want to get your point of view on this. All right. So are you all ready?
You're breaking up on my end since you put this up.
Well, let's give it a few moments to just kind of simmer in, right? How you doing out there, Nicole Moody? There's 1,000 people on here. This is my boy G Moody from the podcast This, That, and the Third with G Moody. You can check him out on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. His links are in the description. He's on Instagram, Twitter. He's a funny dude. He's all right. I wish that he could have, had more of a, I don't know what happened. He kind of crumbled. I gave him the layup, easy shot, and he kind of stumbled, dribbled, walked with the ball, hit the backboard, an air ball. It was a lot going on. So, but we ready. You ready now, Moody, right? You ready? You okay? Uh-oh, he's having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Once you put that up,
They
it's all
saying you hung over from New Year's
still
Eve.
hung over.
All
Let
right,
me
let's
hold on. I'm gonna try to fix it.
okay, go ahead, fix it. So, welcome in everyone. Welcome. Right now, we are broadcasting in live. We are talking with a dude from Brooklyn, black dude from Brooklyn. He's giving us his point of view. He giving us air balls. Let me see if I can. Let me. You all right over there, man? So they saying you claim to have your media chops, but you can't face the critiquing. They saying.
What? Wait. Put. You know what? I can't hear you. I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna answer some of these questions. Put them up.
Okay, let's see.
I like what's going on. Where's your mask? Oh, Carmex. Oh, I hear you. My lips is good money. My mask, I don't wear no mask because God got me. God got me out here. That's why I don't wear a mask. I respect people. I go in the store. If they ask me to put the mask on, of course I'm gonna put it on. But out here, God got me. And if you ridicule that, then you don't believe, you don't have the faith in God Himself. So when I kick that, that's what it is. God got me. Do you believe in the faith in the Creator? Do you? Or would you ridicule a brother for saying God got him? And obviously, He does. Go inside, use their Wi-Fi and heat. I don't need no heat, B. I'm spitting the heat right now. We out here in Harlem, USA, the epicenter of the pandemic, spitting the content that will keep you content on Tanya TKO's show. We have technical difficulties, but we still rocking. I'm looking at your questions and you're slandering me, talking about my lips is white, my lips is good all the time, man.
They
So let's go.
they not claiming Brooklyn no more.
Oh
They
no.
want to know how you represent in Brooklyn.
BK, Brownsville, Brooklyn. Independent thinking. You're not going to get no regurgitation. So whatever you say, we can spit it right back to you in the middle of the street with no problem. Doing an interview. Lips is good. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. Before I went on, you don't think I put that shit on? You think I was out here bullshitting, not knowing that the weather is 32 degrees? You think I'm going to come on screen with my lips white like Malik Yoba? You must be crazy, man. My shit is good. I don't know what you talking about. White donut lips. My lips is good. Damn, I can't believe that. It's the lighting, motherfuckers. It's the lighting. I guess you wanted me God sooner than later. This COVID is real. I understand it's real. But I determine whether I'm gonna put that mask on or not.
You
I
all,
determine.
you all have messed up
It's
my
up, it's
makeup.
free, it's a free society. I know you with the socialism. I know you're longing for the communism. You need to be protected, right? I'm not with none of that. This is a free society, man. It's supposed to be free. I determine whether I'm gonna put that mask on, right? It's a risk going outside in the first place. So if I know it's a 99% recovery, why would I come out here with a mask on? Basically, if I get it, the odds are I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna recover. But they don't kick that. And you with the Dr. Fauci bullshit. I'm with Dr. Sebi, homeboy. Remember that? You're making my hometown look bad. I like these guys.
All right,
I
so
like these guys.
listen. Uh-oh.
Uh
They
oh.
think they thinking
Uh
you
oh.
a Trump
Oh,
supporter.
Trump supporter. Uh oh. Uh oh. A black person who may be a Trump supporter. He hates black people, right? That's what it is. That's what it is. I ain't no Trump supporter. Shoot me down for black love. Is this supposed to be a serious talk? Damn, my shit looks like that. Yo, I just put all my shit on. What y'all talking about?
I'm
It's the
dizzy.
lighting.
I can't do this no more.
Keep going.
Listen, we changing the subject.
Keep
We
going. I
changing.
like this.
We
This is what I
changing.
like.
We changing. We're changing the subject. Listen, we have
I'm
a
the best.
guest
I'm the
on.
best guest you're gonna have. See, I got the host crying.
I need you all to behave. So we're going to play this video and we're going to react to this video. Are you ready, Moody?
Yeah, your sound is good now.
All right. So here we go. I can't. All right. Here.
Every single month, at the end of the month, I always, list in my cash flow. I also put out what I have going out inside of my budget because I am a single man and I'm dating for a purpose for marriage. I do have a line item for dating. That line item is not a lot. I'm not going to give you the particular number, but it's not that much. So about a few months ago, I took this young lady out. We went out to dinner. She texted. She says, "Hey, first date was cool, but can we go to this particular restaurant next weekend?" I didn't respond because I wanted to go home and check my budget and make sure that, okay, I can afford it inside of my budget. So when I go home, I realize it's going to take me over that particular line item in my budget for dating. So I asked myself, all right, do I tell her the truth? Like, I was thinking about just lying, y'all, to be real. I was gonna be like, can't go, I'm busy. But then you know what? The Holy Spirit said, no, don't lie. Show her the caliber of man that you are. So I sent her a text message that says, hey, unfortunately, I can take you out next weekend, but I can't take you to this particular restaurant because if I do, this will take me over my dating budget for the month. I'll be more than happy to budget this in for next month if we are still dating. So I send it, and I got an iPhone. And then on the iPhone, y'all know how it happens. When they start typing, that big old bubble come up with a ... I'm thinking like, okay, cool, we good. Then the ... goes away, and nothing comes in. And I'm sitting there, I'm emotional, like, dang, did I just play myself? Dang, did she just play me? Y'all, she didn't text me for 2 months. She didn't return a phone call. She ain't do nothing. And I'm sitting here like, Well, what the heck? How is she going to sit here and say, you know what? I can't respond to that because a man's going to stick to his budget. That's sad. So she seen me on a particular national show. Ain't going to say.
Hold on, I'm trying to get this volume up. How's the volume for you all? Because it says 54% on my end. Can you hear the volume, Moody?
Yeah,
How is the volume on your end?
it's good. I heard it.
Okay, so he's still going on. So I'm gonna play the rest of it. All right, you listening, right?
Give us a summation.
But she's seen me on TV. She sends me a text message and she says, hey, just seen you on such and such. How are you? What about that date? I started typing and I really wasn't typing nothing. I just wanted her to see the ... And I didn't hit send. Because here's the thing. You can't play me and then honestly think I'm going to come back to you after you've done me like that. What's the whole purpose of this story? My vision for my life, for my money, because I stuck to it, it actually blocked me from dating a particular young lady that probably wasn't healthy for me. So to anyone who's out there dating, when you have a budget, you stick to that budget. Your plan is your pathway to your future. You stick to that plan. You stick to the vision. Where there is no vision, that's where people perish. And I believe when we just go out there and just spin and let people manipulate us into changing our plan and our vision for our life, things happen. I could have took it to the restaurant. Honestly, I could have. I budget. I budget every single month.
Oh, that's the whole thing right there. All right, what are your thoughts, Moody?
He said he had a budget, right? He needed a. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's good. It was a budget to take homegirl out on a dinner
That
date or something.
you didn't hear the whole thing. So he had a budget. He wanted to take this girl wanted to go out. He was on a budget. And the girl wanted to go to a particular restaurant and he told her, let me show her the caliber of man that I am. And he was like, well, I can't take you out because this will go over my budget for the month. And he said that his budget for dating was not that much. He only put in a small amount for dating. And he could have taken her out, but he decided not to. And then he told her about his budget and she left him on red, right? And then she saw him on a show, wrote him and was like, look, I saw you on the show. What's up with the date? And he was like, all that noise. He started writing to her and left her on red, never responded. And so he thinks that he's right for this. And you think, and how do you feel?
I feel he had a budget and he stuck to it and he told her the truth. So it's on you now. Like, he tried to stick to his budget. He told her and he didn't do anything wrong. It's up to you now. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. He didn't do anything wrong. He was good with it.
Okay. And so my point of view on it is I think this is ridiculous. And I think that he shouldn't be dating because does he have if she had a pussy budget and was like, oh, I gave out all the pussy I'm going to be able to give out for this month, he's not going to be sitting there trying to be understanding. Why is he dating? What is he looking for? If he's trying to get his money up, why is he going out on dates, period? Why didn't he just stay home? Why does he expect for some woman? Because when all is said and done and it's the middle of the night and he's standing outside her doorway, he ain't going to be thinking about a budget then. He's going to be thinking about how to get some vagina in exchange for whatever little bit it is that he spent. So no, I'm not down with what it is that he's saying because men don't ever have a budget for pussy where they're not gonna accept more pussy in the month, but they're gonna accept for women to accept dates with them where they're not able to really go out and have a good time.
You're right about him. He shouldn't be dating. If you coming out here with your pockets like that, letting them know, you shouldn't be dating. Do not equate broke or expensive. Some men are simply stingy.
And this man, honestly, he sounded like a very tight wad. He sounds like the type of man. He sounds like the type of man that will be the same man that'll be like, oh, what's up? You look so good. What's up? He seemed like the type of man that'll be all in her doorway, trying to grapple her by the crotch, Meanwhile,
He
he's
look. He
on
looks
some,
like that.
huh?
You said he looks like that.
Yeah, he seemed like that type of dude that'll go for it. He seemed like he look at him. Look at him.
I
Let me put him back up. Look at him.
Oh, your
He looked
sound
like
messed up. Okay.
he looked like the type of dude that'll try to push up for some vagina, try to take a woman. He seemed like the type of dude that you know how they have them on those shows,
Mm-hmm.
extreme budgeting and extreme couponing and stuff like that. He
Like
seemed
that.
like he seemed like he would want a really beautiful, pretty young woman who she herself spends a lot of money on her appearance, but he's not treating her in a way that would necessitate for her to spend all that money on her appearance, because he doesn't seem like he wants just any old chick. He seems like
Right.
he likes a pretty young lady. Because what is he complaining for? Why is he upset with her? Because she had a certain standard where she was not going to entertain him and give him her time. So
Right. Right.
no.
Right.
So no. All right. And so what if the restaurant was $1,000 and it was the second date? He said he had a very small budget. And how many restaurants out there are really $1,000? Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if that's the case, why is he worried about the fact that she cut him off? He needs to be like, well, this woman is out of my league and just leave that alone. Why
Yeah.
is he, you know what I'm saying? If there's a woman who wants to go to $1,000 restaurants and he knows that's not his motif, then come on, let's stop making excuses for the bad behaviors of men, because a lot of us women go out there and get treated any kind of how because we let these people toss us around, spend as little as they can, and still be the ones pulling their penis out on your doorstep. So come on, stop this madness. Those be the ones right
People.
there.
But what people allow. What hap. What's the word? You only let happen some shit. I don't know. People tolerate what you do to them. It's on you, basically. All of women talking. Tanya is talking nonsense. She's making dumb assumptions about this man.
Listen, that's because listen, watch out for these people. The same people who are like, "Oh, Tanya, be quiet." These are the same people who are spitting dumb game. Let me ask you,
Mm.
men out there who have daughters, and Moody, you have a daughter. Would
Yep.
you want your daughter? Would you want some man telling your daughter, "Oh, you know what? I'm on a budget." Grown man now, because this is not a teenager. Grown man talking about, "Oh, I'm on a budget. I can't take you to this restaurant," but still be trying to take up your daughter's time. Would you want a man doing that? He still want to be up in your daughter's face, but he can't take her to a restaurant.
Mm.
Would you want that for your
I
daughter?
would want that. But I tell my daughter though. I'll tell her the game. You got to give him the game. You got
All
to tell
right.
him what to look out for.
And what should somebody look out for in this situation, Moody?
As a woman, as a young woman, you should be like you say. You got standards for yourself. Like yo, this ain't it. You got to know your worth. Value yourself and have standards, and you won't put up with a lot of bullshit. You'll
And then
see it.
there's this person here named Noxie that says, Tanya, you sound like you hate men. No,
Damn.
dear, you sound like you hate yourself. You sound like
Mm.
you don't value yourself. You sound like you let a man do you and treat you however. So don't be mad at me because I have standards. Don't be mad because these men have standards for their daughters that they don't even give a damn about showing to you. Don't be
Yeah.
upset about that. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because
Mm.
like Moody said, you will happen to you what you allow. So
Yeah.
you go
Exactly.
ahead and you allow, because if you allow it, a man will meet you first night outside of the club and bust nuts up inside of you next to the dumpster, pull up his
Damn.
zipper and leave you there with drips coming down your leg, not even get your name or your phone number if you let him. So you go right on ahead, Noxie, if that's the life that you live in. We don't live like that over here. So you go right on the damn head. All right. So next video, you ready to respond to the next video?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. So let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it queued up. Give me 1 second. Let me get this. Here we go. Give me 1 second. I just have to get into the back end of my account. How you doing out there, Nicole Moody?
I'm good money as usual. I'm good money.
All right. So tell the people, while I'm getting this queued up, tell the people a little bit about your podcast. What type of things do you talk about?
My podcast, we talk about everything: music, sports, politics, and we go off the top and we add some good hip hop music to correspond to the subject matter. It's 5 stars, man. 5-star podcast. Going on for like a year and a half right now. It's on all platforms. I think you'll like it. Check it out. We have a good time. Independent thinking. I don't roll with the tide. You see how I get down, man. And sometime I'm right, and sometime I'm right. So that's what it is, man. With me. That's what it
Sometimes
is.
you're right, and sometimes you're right.
Right. You're gonna get original thoughts. They may not be right all the time, but you gotta respect that I have an opinion about it. That's how we say.
All right. So you ready for the next video?
Yes.
All right. So they're talking about toxic relationships in this video.
Okay.
All right.
Toxic relationships more fun?
I feel like toxic relationships are more fun. I was with somebody who gave me everything, was good to me, let me like do whatever I want whenever I wanted. I felt empty like inside. I felt lonely. I felt empty. I felt like a hole inside of me. But I feel like now, you know what I'm saying, my man's a little toxic.
Classic hip hop lady.
But the good. And yeah, I just feel more emotionally connected to that person because we go through certain things and then we make up, you know? So it's like it's pretty toxic.
So you like bad guys?
No.
Yeah, I mean that's what it sounds like. You said you had a man, right? He was good to you, right? He helped you certain things. And
So Moody, you hearing this? Did you
Yeah.
hear? Did you hear? Because I heard you were responding to people, but did you hear what she was talking about?
About being in toxic
relationships
and
being
she said it
more
was
fun. Yeah.
That woman is crazy. How the hell toxic relationships really mess up your whole psyche? Like it makes you like a bitter person for the next relationship coming. Toxic is something you avoid at all costs because there's a price. It's a heavy price to pay for being in a toxic relationship because it can mess up your psyche for the next person coming down the line. There's no trust after that. And toxic is not fun. It's debilitating.
Okay, let's hear a little bit more. Let's hear a little bit more. Fix your camera angle so we're in the same frame.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. All right, here we go.
and everything was good, but you still felt it was like an emptiness there. It was like lack of passion or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. But then now the bad guy, you know, he's more like he's going to give you the drama. I think. Do you think that like you're attracted to drama? Like you want the drama in your life?
I really don't think that though. I don't think I'm attracted to drama.
Well, you just said but you say your man that you with now is more toxic than the man that you was with. This man brings that. Is it more exciting to you? Is it like? Tell me, like, what do you think it is? Let's dive deep in this. Tell me, like, talk to me, like, tell me what you mean, like what it is. Like, is it? You know, obviously he do things differently than the. It's something that's keeping you.
It's definitely the passion. Like it's definitely like I feel alive. Like you know what I mean?
Like when you wake up, is it like a difference? Like if you wake up and you feel like, all right, what I'm going, like I don't know what today is going to bring. What the other one?
No, I think I feel more connected. Like I said, because we have gone through more things emotionally. Yeah, more.
But that's what it is.
Yeah, like we got through more things emotionally, and then we make up. So it just make us feel like we closer. You know what I mean?
So
no, it ain't that
makeup
cold.
sex
It's
that
all right.
you are addicted to. That so you like the drama, so you can have makeup sex. Like
no, that's a part of it, but that's not all of it. Like I just feel closer to the person than what I did, even to the person that I was with in a longer stretch or period of time. You get it? So I still felt disconnected from that person because it was like not much emotionally going on. Yeah, how do you feel about toxic relationships?
My nigga side of me loves it.
Why y'all love it though? That's really what I want to know. Why do niggas love toxic? Why?
However, I know better, but even when knowing better, like as you said, I think that the mentality on the way, I think the past growing up and watching past traumas or having traumas, I'm so addicted to, or I should say, it's like I think that this is normal.
Okay.
Yo, this cat
So
crazy, man.
who is crazy?
That dude is crazy. How could how could you as a grown up like want toxic relationships? Like I think it's so cool. This dude, you don't. I guess you don't know the ramifications of what comes after that.
Well, let
Like
me ask you a question. Have you ever liked toxic relationships?
hell no.
Never?
Now now that I know
Not
that
now
I've
that
been
you know.
now that I know that I've been in a couple of them and didn't know like what that shit caused to my mind afterwards. Once you understand like all the toxic what they call it toxicity that comes from it and what it does to you, there's no way you could want something like that and be like, oh, that's just cool, it's okay. You would be like, yo, avoid that at all costs, man. You don't want nothing that comes from that. You don't want it. It's not good. You don't leave in a good position after that. You be like, yo, I ain't fucking with nobody. I ain't messing with nobody. That's what that brings.
All right. So now the ladies are liking your smile. Now you start kicking the stuff. Now they feeling you now, Moody.
That's how it goes with me. I'm abrasive at first, but you gonna get down with the message after we kick it.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you never answered the question. It
What?
sounds like
What's up?
you've been in toxic relationships
I,
before.
I had
So
I had a few, and I didn't know I was in them until I got out of that shit. And then I said, man, emotional abuse, all kind of ill psychological abuse, all kind of foolishness. And now that I'm older, you can understand what it is. You could pinpoint it, and you could point it out. It's not normal. It's not a loving relationship. You want to be in a loving, truthful, honest relationship because that brings out the best in you. Toxic brings out anger, resentment. I'm gonna get that bitch back. Shit like that. You don't want it. You don't want none of that. You don't
so
want none of that.
So let me ask you a question. How long did it take you to be like, okay, I'm done with toxic relationships? Because in that clip, she goes on to ask him, would you ever marry into a toxic relationship? And he was like, no, I wouldn't.
Right.
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 So this man looks older. So he's been through his toxic relationships. What is it that kept you in toxic relationships in the past?
Me, not understanding like what's normal and what isn't, and just accepting certain things. And it kind of it's subtle what it does to you. Constant,
Mm-hmm.
constant arguments. That's the number one sign where it's constant opposition. It's like everything is beef. That's toxic. You don't want none
Okay.
of that. So once I learned, like, yo, that shit ain't normal. Now I understand what it is. You want to be in harmony with someone. It's a normal thing to be harmonious with your partner. It feels good. Toxic feels like, yo, revenge. Like this, she did some bullshit. He did some bullshit. That's toxic. You don't want that.
So was the intercourse better?
Uh, yeah, some
Listen,
nights.
you see, you see how long it took him to answer.
Yeah,
You see.
but no, I mean, but it ain't worth it.
So that gives you your answer right there,
It
people.
ain't like the toxic and the skeeting. That ain't worth nothing.
Uh-huh. But look at the smile now. You reminiscing?
No, no, I'm saying that toxic relationship, the sex, you can keep the sex, man. Keep that shit.
Mm-hmm. Now that
Keep
you're
it.
older, but when you were younger, you couldn't get enough of the sex.
Yeah, because you're a young dude. You doing young shit. But as you get
Okay.
older, you start realizing like, yo, that's not worth it. Like my
Okay.
mind, having a clear mind and being happy, that's worth more than beefing and fighting. And then okay, let's have sex. That shit only lasts 5-10 minutes,
Oh, okay. But what about I mean, 10 minutes could be the feeling of a lifetime, no?
and then it's back to the beef, back to the arguing, back to the bullshit for 10 minutes.
All right. So now we're going to jump over to politics. and I'm going to play this link about gender words in Congress. So give me
Oh,
1 second. I'm looking for this right now. All right, let's pull up this. Let's pull up this article real quick. Give me a second. Let me just get it on the broadcast.
we got
All right.
a lot of movement out here.
I bet. And how you watching your back in all of this and staying safe, New
I
York
use the
style?
camera as the rear view mirror.
You're so cute, Moody. All right. So the name of this is Democrats seek to eliminate gendered terms in the House. So I'm going to read a little bit of this,
I
and then
don't.
I want to get your point of view on this, right?
You breaking up since you put that on, but I see what you're talking about. They're
Well,
seeking to eliminate gendered terms. The question is why. The question for
so
me
I mean,
is
I'm
is
sure. Let me read a little
is
bit of it. Can you hear me again? Is
oh,
it?
I hear you now. You're good now.
Okay, so it says the Democratic majority in the House has proposed sweeping changes to language used in the chamber, eliminating gendered terms, including mother and husband. The proposed rule package seeks to honor all gender identities by striking words including seaman, chairman, father, mother, sister, husband, and wife from use and replacing them with gender neutral terms, including seafarer, chair, parent, child, and sibling. The resolution proposed Friday by Representative James McGovern, the chairman of the House Rules Committee, will be voted on after the 117th Congress is sworn in on Sunday. If passed, the package will also strike the use of himself and herself in favor of the term themselves and track the diversity of witnesses appearing before House panels. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi praised the quote unquote visionary rules package, saying it is a statement, the package that reflects the views and values of the full range of our historically diverse House Democratic majority. And House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy mocked the proposed changes, calling them stupid, quote unquote stupid, while Representative-elect Marjorie Taylor Greene called the measures a blatant denial of truth and an attack on families. So there's more to the article, but this is in the Washington Examiner, so you all can just Google this and finish reading the article for yourself. I want to see how Moody feels about this. What are your thoughts on this, Moody?
I think it's I think what's the reason for this? Like I always thought about why gendered. Why is that so important? Right?
Okay.
Why? I don't understand why would it be so important? And it's all kind of pronouns. It's like them, us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We. It's all about confusion. And I've read, well, I would want to be called that nigga. Call me that nigga.
What are you talking about?
Gendered, right? Them, they, us, right? They be doing that now.
Uh-huh.
So I'm that nigga. That's what my name would be.
So you're that N word. That's what
Right,
you
right.
want them to call you.
Nah. We just having fun with it. But I'm think like it just is unnecessary, and it seems like it's to cause confusion in American society, and I think it's part of a warfare. I think it's like uh, foreign nations coming in American society and getting into the academia and trying to, implement their ideology to confuse Americans. To confuse Americans, I think, with this bullshit and just a diversionary tactic doesn't really make sense.
Okay.
Like, I don't get it.
All right. So I think that this is why it's important to have checks and balances, right? And I think that this is important. Why it's important to have more than one party, because if left unchecked, the Liberal Party can become too liberal, the Conservative Party can become too conservative. And so they need both parties to balance themselves out, and we need a progressive wing in the middle. And I think that there are a lot of people who are going to wake up to the fact that liberalism left unchecked can really become just chaos, because now they're attempting to remove words like father, mother, brother. And I think I understand that there's inclusion, but then when we start crossing over into erasure, I think that that becomes an issue. So, like, in order to include you, we have to erase what other people, the gendered terms that other people use because you're uncomfortable or you identify as a certain thing. Why don't we come up with something new? Instead of erasure, why not we just have true inclusion and come up with a new term for you? How do you feel about that?
A new term, yeah. Yeah. Why does things have to be erased? I don't think it should be erased. Come up with a new term for you. That's true.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to keep doing this. I don't like it, and I think it's foreign intervention in American society, man. There's only two genders. The creator basically set this up, and they're trying to say, "Oh no, you don't know. It's more." It's like you don't know what's best for the planet, the creator. So I don't like it.
All right. And so, I don't want to try to dive too deep into a conversation where the people who feel this way are not represented. Is there a person in the audience who can understand why terms like mother and father would need to be removed? Now, I can understand why, you know, Navy man is or chairman is taken out if they're both genders and you just want to say chairperson or seafarer or whatever. But mother is a very specific thing. Father is a very
Right.
specific thing. And if a person wants to be known as something else, that's fine. But why take away what somebody else is comfortable calling themselves? You
Right.
know, like if
Right.
a person is comfortable calling themselves mother or father, why should that terminology be removed because you don't want to be called mother or father? So then come up with a different term for yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Right. And they have credit cards now where you could change. You could be whoever you want to be on the credit card now.
What do
So
you
if you
mean?
like if you identify as a woman, but you a dude, and you get a credit card, you could have your strip name on the card, basically.
What you talking about?
Visa got a card where they said in the commercial, we know you don't feel like how you look. So if you feel like somebody else, if you feel like a woman and you identify as a woman, even though you look like Lou Ferrigno, we'll give you a card that you could put that name on so you'll be good money in the stores. People won't look at you crazy. Visa got a card like that now. So
Really?
what about identity theft? So I could have a card, right? And come
Uh-huh.
in there and say, listen, this is me.
What do you mean?
Like I'm saying I'm a woman, right? And I give you a card, right? That's how it works now. You don't need no ID. You just
Let me Google this.
this is who I am.
Let me Google
And I
this.
said this before. And I said this before. Let me keep going. I
Mm-hmm.
said there's going to be somebody to sue the bathroom. So if you go into Walmart, just like how I am, I just walk into a woman's bathroom and the manager stops me, right? And I say, "What are you doing?" He says, "Yo, you can't go into the women's bathroom." I'm like, "Yo, I'm a woman. What you talking about, B?"
Wow. Hold
That
on. So
that is a discrimination lawsuit. You stopping me going into the bathroom because you said I'm not a woman. I said I'm a woman. That's all we need. You discriminated against me. That's
okay.
what's happening.
So Investopedia says city launches new program for transgender and non-binary card holders.
Told
And
you.
it says in 2019, MasterCard announced its True Name initiative to make it possible for members of the LGBTQ plus community, particularly transgender and non-binary people, to use their preferred first name on their card, debit, and prepaid cards. A little more than a year later, Citi has become the first bank to provide that option with some of its US credit cards.
I told you.
Wow. But it's not going to have different pictures on there. It's just going to have their preferred first name.
What about you can get on some identity theft with that.
But how though? How?
I don't know. You can just be whatever you want to be now. But why does that matter? I don't know. I don't know.
I'm confused.
You can,
Okay.
so if I give you, I guess if I give you the card and it says Mr. Gerald Moody, but I come in the store with a get up on, they don't want to have the card to say Mr. Gerald Moody. They want it to say Laverne Cox when her name is Larry Johnson. They feel better about putting down a card where you can have your strip name on it.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. But I wonder what is the middle ground? What's the middle ground?
Ain't no middle ground. They just taking it where they want to go. We just gotta. That's the thing about it. With the closing down of these restaurants and all that stuff, man, it's just terrible. And it seems like there's a plan to do this, to run these guys out of business. But what's the motive? What's the intention to do that? Got to be something coming down the line that's sinister. Because you have the mayors and the governors basically going against the citizens. It's bugged out to see. And as a result, it's just a lot of bullshit. We just got to take it.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't want to get into an argument about whether or not COVID is real.
I didn't say it wasn't real. I said it's real. I'm just talking about me. God got me, so that's how I look at it.
So you're talking about the restaurants closing because of COVID, right?
Yeah, but it's 99% recovery rate. I don't think that justifies shutting down a city. And
Well,
the flu got more bodies on it every year.
no, the COVID is more contagious than the flu. I think this is a point have to where people have to do research and not just listen to the forwards that people are forwarding. And then also, if you know what, listen, there are other places around the world that got rid of COVID. It's like if we would have taken this seriously, we could have been opened back up by now because
Now
now we got to get a vaccine and all this other stuff. Like this thing should have been gone.
let me ask you one question. You don't think people have been adhering to the mask protocol everywhere? I've
No,
seen I've seen people wear masks since March. So why do you need
no.
lockdowns if motherfuckers was wearing the mask the whole time?
You
What's the
just
need
said
for the
that
lockdown?
you said that you have never worn a mask. So come
That's just
on.
me. But I've seen everybody
It's not
else.
just you because all through, listen, you're in New York, all throughout the pandemic, it's like even in the grocery store, I have to tell people, look, back up away from me. There's people with their mask down on their chin. There's people with the mask hanging down on one ear. There's people that's just not adhering. And you know that.
So
You know that.
that means, so in spite of that, it's still a 99% recovery rate. So how do you explain that?
Listen, hold on. Since you want to go back to the internet, let's go back to the internet then and take a look. Right. Let's go to a reputable source. What is the recovery rate
You
for
think
COVID?
you think I pulled that shit out of the sky?
Well, no,
I've already done went to the internet.
listen, all I'm saying, listen, there's a lot of different things on the internet, right? And if we're going to go, let's go to reputable sources because there are a lot of people who are on the internet looking at websites that were made by people in their basements, right? All I know is that 340,000 people have died from COVID so far. It's more contagious than the flu. And so it's just,
There's no way we could verify that many people died from COVID. You can't verify
wow.
that. But we hypothetically just take it as truth. So in that regard, it is out here, but also it's political too. That's all I say.
I see that people have politicized wearing masks and other stuff. People in America, we too free till we fool. And we have made this pandemic perpetuate. And people are not being careful. People, listen, more and more people are catching COVID than ever before.
Are you
Mo-
pro lockdowns?
I'm sorry?
Are you pro lockdowns?
I am pro doing what it takes to get this thing going, but it's too late now. It has already ran through our country,
And
and now the only option is vaccines. If people would have just
no,
let
I'm
this
not with
thing
that.
die
I'm
out,
not with it.
I
Now,
mean, this is.
so it's not
Mhm.
so viruses don't go away. What happened to SARS and Zika? They just don't go away.
What happened is we stopped it from multiplying in our country. We isolated the issue. We found out who had it. We let them recover, and then we didn't let it spread. I'm sad at the way things have gone down. I'm sad at the way they've gone down. Go ahead and thumbs up the video. We're getting ready to get out of here. We've been on for an hour. So ask your final questions, make your final points. And there's a lot of people who have died from
Thank you.
COVID. There's a lot that I just wish that, because like there's other people in other countries who have been able to get rid of COVID. But we here in this country, we just wanted to be so rebellious. We politicized it. And you know how like a place like Nigeria stopped it from like African countries. I read about how in African countries they were able to get rid of it. You know how? Because they took it seriously. They had other outbreaks. We've never had a pandemic on our shores that has run rampage. Other countries took it seriously. We saying stuff like, "Oh, God got me."
Oh, oh.
Mhm. I'm talking
so
about you.
so you ridicule the creator, the motherfucker that created you and the pandemic and the fucking virus. You ridicule
You
the
you who-
creator.
you so you think listen, first of all, you and I may have different religious beliefs, especially if you're calling the creator
I
of
said the creator.
everything. I know, but you say you using the word he, like the creator got a penis.
It could
So
be he or she. It does
okay,
not
but I'm
matter.
just listening to what it is that you're saying. According to you saying he and this person being the maker of everything, I just don't, that's not my religious belief. I believe that we are creators. I believe that we are a fraction of the energy that we know as quote unquote God. I don't know if you want to turn this into a
If
all
I
that
say God
noise.
got me, if I say God got me, I'm talking about the creator. And if you say the creator is me, then the creator is me and
Okay
us.
then.
So I don't think that should be ridiculed. I think that should be, oh, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. This man is spiritual. No, we don't get that. We get it invalidated when a motherfucker says, God got me.
And here go this person. I like Moody. You're right. God has no gender, quote unquote. He's spirit. And then here we go,
I'm
giving
trying to
God a
learn you
gender.
right now. I'm learning you remotely. I'm trying to learn you on what it really is. This is
Listen,
what it is. This is called
I don't.
remote learning.
I don't believe source energy has a gender either. This is why I'm just not going to stick to just calling source energy he. I'd rather refer to it as it.
Okay, we don't know it. What we
Right.
talking
And
about the
I
same
don't
thing.
and do you believe source energy created COVID? That source energy was like, "Yes, let me create COVID."
I think right now there's viruses everywhere. This is nature. This is planet Earth, our body. When you came out of your mom's, you didn't have no immune system. How did you build up defenses? Viruses. You're exposed to viruses all over right now on this phone, all over. We're breathing it in. You know what I'm saying? This is how our bodies work.
I once had a doctor who had a terrible terrible limp, right? And he was famous. I went and I read up on him, and I found out that he had this terrible limp because he contracted polio as a child.
Mhm.
And polio is something that's been basically eradicated. But it's like, let's not pretend as if there are not things out there that cause severe harm. So this man was crippled from polio that he got as a child. And
Mhm.
so there are like advancement in modern medicines have been able to help us avoid crippling diseases. I interviewed one of my uncles who was 80 something at the time. So he's probably 90 now. But he said that back in the day, so he's Caribbean. He says back in the days, like families used to have like 12 and 13 kids
Mhm.
because half of them would die, and you knew that that was going to happen, so you had to have a lot of children because death was
There.
going to take a bunch of them. And so now that we've gotten to a point where we have vaccines, we have clean water, we have sewage systems that work, children are living longer. And so when you talk about people coming out and not having an immune system, I mean, we could go back into what was considered the dark ages where people were crapping in the street, and all types of bacteria was traveling and getting into our food systems and stuff. Ugh.
Mm. I'm just saying, I need to hear about how to take care of yourself instead of the gloom and doom. They should tell people, yo, it's out here. This is how you prevent it. We don't hear Dr. Sebi's type of preventative maintenance. You hear gloom and doom. You hear like, yo, you get it, it's a wrap. But think about this. When you get it and you go to the hospital and you ask the hospital, yo, I got it. What should I do? You got any medicine? No, just go home and chill.
Well, they tell you that, to don't come into contact with people, to
But
isolate yourself. And they also tell you that if you have trouble breathing, to come back to the hospital in an emergency. They just don't really have enough space to monitor. And with this being a new virus, what were they supposed to do, honestly?
a new virus?
Yeah, it's a novel virus. COVID-19 is novel. And they say they're coming out with a COVID-21 has broken out in England, they say.
Now, okay, now what do you think about outdoor dining in regards to the whole COVID thing? So you can catch it. You can't go in the restaurant, right? Because the COVID is in there. All right.
I don't
You
think
can't.
they say that the COVID is in there. I think what they say is when it comes to indoor dining, that there's a greater likelihood of aspirations floating around
Okay.
in an enclosed area. Not
Okay. All right.
saying
Stop.
it's in there. Go ahead.
Stop right there. So you mean to tell me you say okay, no indoor dining, outdoor, but you have to make a concoction outside and enclose it, but I could go in that one.
Now, listen, we have to listen. The restaurants that are doing that are they
Does that make
following
sense?
guidelines?
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of outdoor
And
dining?
so and it does. So an enclosed space outdoors defeats the purpose. So like when Thanksgiving came around and Dr. Fauci gave his recommendations, he recommended open all the windows, sit outside, keep your distance, wear your masks. And so these were the recommendations that he gave. I just want us to be smart about it. I've been sheltering in place. I just want us to be smart about it. A lot of people are becoming very lax. Some
Yeah.
people, listen, the thing about this virus is you don't know who's going to be the person that's going to have residual lung decreased capacity. We don't know who's going to have the residual heart issues. We don't know. We don't know if
Is,
it's going to be you. We don't know if it's going to be me. We just don't know.
isn't that a risk you take as a human being when you come outside, when you walk to the store? Isn't that a risk of nature and life?
I think that 1% of our population is now dead as a result of COVID-19. 1%. Think about that. 1% of the US population is dead.
And I'm supposed to do what?
What I'm saying is, in the very beginning of the pandemic, I thought that it was a good idea for us to shelter in place so that we could get rid of this thing. Assholes decided that they were not going to do that, that they were going to go
They're ass.
protesting out on city steps, and they were not going to do. And so it has proliferated, it has torn through this country. We have numbers worse than any third world country across the world. We have had more Americans die, I mean, than 10 times as many as in 9/11. This is a freaking travesty. There's no reason why this many people should have died.
And you're getting these numbers from where?
I'm sorry?
What you said? What somebody said? I'm saying the politics of it got me side-eyeing everything. I don't trust Don Lemon. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You
And so
talking
we have a
wild?
lot of people out here who believe that the numbers are
Yeah,
fake and
yeah. Of course, the numbers is fake. You said 10 times 9/11. You
Brown
wildin'.
Pinky is saying it's 10 times 9, or no, 9/11 to the 10th power or something. 9/11, 3,000 people died. We're talking about 350,000 people now. And
Them
somebody's
numbers
saying
ain't.
if 1%
Them
isn't a
numbers.
lot.
Them numbers are not right. Them numbers ain't real.
All right
Don Lemon
then.
don't make up no numbers. Don Lemon don't call no
The
election.
local health departments, there's checks and balances. So it's
Listen,
like,
I went to the
mhm.
hospitals. Let me tell you, when this first came out, I had my suspicions based on media, based on media being propaganda. So I went to the hospitals that they said was overrun. I went to the hospitals. I went live. You know what I saw? I saw tumbleweeds. I saw the EMS cats drinking coffee in the EMS car. We walked all around it. That's when I was like, yo, this is fear mongering too.
You
This is
know,
part of propaganda.
when did you go? Because there was,
In April, in April, when they said,
listen.
oh, the hospitals are overrun, you can't believe it.
Which hospital did you go to?
Right here on Grand Concourse in the BX, St. Barnabas. Then I went to Elmhurst, and somebody else that was at Elmhurst Hospital, which they said was the epicenter. And they walked all around and they saw
Well, you
nothing.
know,
And they
this is
absolutely, it's on YouTube, man. These dudes be lying, man. So those numbers
listen,
are
you know
not
what?
accurate.
Listen. My sister gave birth during the pandemic, right? My sister gave birth during the pandemic. When you go out, so this is what they do, right? And Tanya has said, I work in a hospital, I see people die every day from COVID, right? And so look, Jenny is saying not at my job, inside was a war zone.
Okay.
So hold on. Let me speak. Let me speak. This is what happens, right? You come in to intake, right? And if you have COVID without presenting symptoms or whatnot, they send you home and they tell you if you have trouble breathing, come back, right? When you leave the outside area, that's where all of the influx is. The influx is not out there in the public purview. My sister gave birth. What you need to do is you need to be seen. Go get seen at a hospital. Go beyond those double doors. Don't just go into the front part and say, oh, why do I not see COVID patients here? Because the COVID patients are inside.
How they get in there? They got to get in the hospital. What, they airlift them in?
Oh, God.
They airlifting cats in. You supposed to come to the front. I walked
I
all
know,
around.
but how many people are going to stay at the front, or do they take them in?
If it's overrun and it's a
They said
war
you're going to
zone,
kill people with your ignorance. You don't see the trucks of dead bodies. I mean, you think all of the people, or you think all of the people whose family members have died, that they're lying?
nope, not at all. I think the numbers are being misconstrued because you don't hear no other deaths. All you hear is COVID. So that gives me suspicion. Where other people, they just attaching deaths, all deaths to COVID, it seems like, to boost up the numbers so as to fear monger on television. This is something else. So when you talk about politicizing it, this is part of it.
So listen. So some people are saying you're ignorant. Some people are saying I'm ignorant, right?
Yeah, it's
And this is part of the reason that this virus has taken this country by storm. Let me just say this, right? A person has an official death record, an official death certificate. I have known several people whose family members have died from COVID, and it's painful when people like you come forward and say that their family members did not. When a person is presenting with COVID symptoms, with the shortness of
What's
breath,
COVID symptoms? I thought you.
motherfucker, don't you see I'm talking? I'm explaining the symptoms right now.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
God damn. With the shortness of breath, with the fever, the sweats, the inability to breathe, the feeling of liquid filling up inside of your lungs. There are a lot of different symptoms. And then they go to the hospital, they're told that they have COVID, and they themselves feel the difference. I have a friend who got COVID, he had asthma, and he says this shit is very real. And if it wasn't for his ability as a child to be able to get through the breathing techniques that he developed from having asthma, that he would have been dead. I have a friend whose grandmother died from COVID. So if this is not, it's not something that's not out there. And it's not like
Nobody's
people,
saying that.
it's not like people are like, oh, I hurt my foot. Oh, Granny hurt her foot. Granny went to the hospital. Oh, they said she died of COVID. No, Granny had trouble breathing. Granny was coughing. Granny's lungs had decreased ability to take in oxygen. And she went to the hospital and Granny died. This is not, this is a slap in the face.
This is a feeling that people have. People have that feeling. This is accurate.
All right. This is why we can't. This is
Oh,
why we
because
can't get.
everybody don't agree with you?
No, because we
That's
can't.
what it is. You got to have diversity of thought. You got to be able to let cats. See,
And
my
then
man said it.
now
My
Yuri is
uncle's
saying my
death certificate
uncle's death certificate says COVID. Show us. Send
He
me
did
an
not die
email.
of it. You
Send
see?
me an email. Send me an email because there's a lot of people. Look, this person has
See?
no. This person has no. Listen. The people that I'm responding to, right? I put this up. This person has no picture. I'm telling you, my website is tanyatko.com. Click on contact. Send me your uncle's death certificate. Send me and give me contact information for his immediate family member so that we can find out. You say he didn't die of COVID. Who are you? I have people who are saying they're working in hospitals. I have people who
But
I
how you going to invalidate my man? You can't invalidate
because
this cat.
there are people on here like Tanya who I put up. You remember
But you
the
can't
young lady?
invalidate nobody that says that.
Listen, did you not see me tell him to
You
come over to
screamed on him.
I'm about to scream on you. Did you not see me tell him, come to my website? Send me a message. Send me a copy of your uncle's death certificate. Send it right now. We're waiting. Send it right now. Let me
You sound like you don't believe him. Why wouldn't you believe him? Why is that so hard to believe? I don't get that. You're attacking this cat because he not going with the
Who
same
did I
formula.
attack? And Kim is saying, Tanya, calm down before you have high blood pressure. That's worse than COVID. No, as a matter of fact, why don't you raise up? It's the people that's always holding shit inside that got all them cancers. I'm good because I let mine out. I don't let it stay in. I don't let it stay in. I let it come out. So like the people I believe are the people who have their image up. They have a picture. They've been on my broadcast before. I've spoken to them on the phone. I know who it is that they are. So the people who like, come on.
You got to show and prove, homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
It's asymptomatic. And asymptomatic means I don't have to have any symptoms, but I still got it. I don't understand a lot of this shit. I just be hearing it.
I mean, there are people who are asymptomatic.
And that means,
then they're able.
But the human body doesn't work like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
you talk all this stuff.
It does.
You just can't say anything to me.
The human body does work that way. What are you talking about?
The human body gives you, when you come
there's people walking around right now with chlamydia who don't know they have chlamydia because they're not itching or burning, but their damn testicles are being eaten out from the inside. And then when they go to have children, they're fucking sterile. They're sterile because that chlamydia been living up inside their ass for a long time. So listen, go get yourself tested because asymptomaticness is real. Go get yourself tested for all these STDs because you don't know. You could be carrying around something that's over there eating up your fertility as we speak. And then when you go to have children, you have all this damn scar tissue up inside your nuts and ovaries so that you can't even have kids anymore. So go ahead. You can stand up there listening to people like G Moody if you want to and be like, the human body doesn't work asymptomatically. You go right the hell ahead. And then when you can't have kids, you be like, I was on that broadcast listening to G Moody.
No.
Go right ahead.
I say, asymptomatic in this regard, I don't know. Usually you go, the doctor asks you, listen, what are your symptoms? As soon as you walk into the doctor, yo, what are symptoms are you having? Oh, I don't have any symptoms. Then why are you here? They told me to come.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in. Everybody go ahead and thumbs up the video. G Moody, tell them where they can reach you online.
Online, G Moody's Cookout on Twitter. G Moody's Cookout on Instagram. Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. We do this, delivering that content that will keep your ass content. Podcast, 5-star podcast, this, that, and the third with G Moody on all platforms, iTunes. I say 5 stars because you get that good old fashioned independent thinking. You hear different points of views. And the lady said, oh, rap music. No, we get the classic hip hop music to correspond with the subject matter as we spit. It's good.
You see this?
Dry lips and no mask. What
You could
you
be
can?
asymptomatic and spread COVID by talking to someone.
Oh, that's what you talking about me. Listen, I'm outside right now, man. Like with confidence and faith in the creator.
Somebody saying, Tanya, you annoying as fuck. Bye, bitch. Get off my page. This is what you doing. You on my page. You don't have to be here. I'm the only
Right.
one who has to be here. So I was looking for the comment where somebody said that you were so sweet. G
Me,
Moody COVID cookout. Lord of mercy.
COVID. No. G Moody, the child of God, has faith in the creator and he's been good money. So I'm living in New York City. I'm living in Harlem. And ever since the COVID came out, I've been out here on the subway, no mask. And I'm not advocating everybody do this. I'm saying me. So that told me God got me. I'm out here and I'm good money. Just came home from Mexico, had an awesome time. So while everybody's scared or sheltering in place, I'm living my life because you only get one of these motherfuckers, right? Physically, you don't know what's coming next. So while we're here, we can't be locked down in the crib. That's not American society, B. You can't tell me that. So what my thing is, we're gonna enjoy this, and we're gonna, because passports about to be taken. So you better enjoy the freedoms you have. You better enjoy these cats coming for 'em.
All right. All right. Listen. Okay.
You want
All
to
right.
rebut that before we go? We good.
Rebut what? I wasn't really listening. I thought you were giving your closing.
Oh,
So what did
oh.
you think I needed to rebut?
People believe whatever the news tell them. They coming to my side now because you on that bullshit. China flu
Me?
turns to American flu. We got the juice.
They want to know what medical school you graduated from.
What medical school? I never told you I went to no medical school. What you hearing is straight up knowledge and common sense. You
They calling your cookout a super spreader.
you want to hear regurgitation from Don Lemon and all them sucker cats on CNN.
I
No,
like
you hear
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon is a liar. That's a propagandist. He says whatever these cats tell him to say in the broadcast meetings. That dude don't know what it is. They don't know what it
You
is.
know, I think, you know what? I think one of the dangerous things that Trump has done is he's fostered an air of mediocrity and idiocy. And
Why?
he has, because listen, consult the experts, do research. You've let this sucker, Donald Trump, come in there with his freaking tippy toes, his kitten heels, his big flat booty, and his damn orange white face come up there, this school dropout, this damn ignoramus discourage us from being the best that we can be. America is no longer number one because America can't keep up with other countries because we don't do the freaking work. We just want to sit back and think that we're by osmosis going to be brilliant. And that's not how it happens. Read journals. Listen to adept doctors. Find reputable sources. People are spreading and sharing all types of stupidness that comes up.
Oh, you want censorship? Oh, see, you on this same China type of book. How you gonna be censoring media? This is free society. It's supposed to be freedom of the press, freedom of speech. So when you start censoring, advocating for cats to censor, then what are you?
Yeah, because you know what? Because there's too many ignoramuses out here who don't know fact from fiction,
So
and
how can you determine
they
that?
believe by research. You look
You
into
can't
it.
determine you censoring by determining, oh,
People,
this
there are
person
things. You
can't
know what?
speak. Why can't they
Listen,
speak?
Because
Because you
obviously,
say so.
listen, because you don't understand how information warfare works. You don't understand how information warfare
I
works.
do.
How apparently you don't.
I
Because
can tell
during
you out. Give me the
oh
floor
my
a little
God.
bit. Go
What
ahead.
you mean?
You want to talk or should I go?
You ask a question, I try to answer it, and here you come in Brooklyn style, stepping on me with your damn Timberlands.
No, I
You
said
asked me when I wasn't listening and I allowed you to talk, then you was like, oh, you're not going to respond? You should have just taken the floor then, since you don't care if people are going to talk or not. Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Moody. No, you go right on
All
ahead.
right, no, this is what I'm saying. You made me mess up my thought, but
I messed up your thought, or your thought was messed up from jump?
no,
You out there in the freezing cold, you probably got hypothermic thoughts.
no.
Okay,
We
go ahead then.
what was the last thing we was talking about? Damn.
We was talking about your super spreader cookout.
No, my super spreader cookout is
We were talking about the idiocy and mediocrity spread by people who don't believe in doing research. That's what we were talking about.
you were saying I determined that you don't know what you're talking about, so you can't speak. And I'm saying you sound like you down with China. You sound like you down with these other repressive regimes that want to censor the public because you don't agree with it. That's the problem. You see, you sound like one of these Chinese cats.
You know, now you being foul right now. They're calling you Dusty Rhymes.
Yo, Dusty Rhyme. What the fuck? That's listen.
I guess instead of Buster Rhymes, they turned you into Duster. Dusty Rhymes, they're calling you. Listen,
This heat. I'm kicking this heat. They don't
Anna
understand it,
is
but they're gonna
saying,
learn.
I'm disappointed how disrespectful she is. You think I'm
Oh, you
being
see?
disrespectful to you, G Moody?
You see?
You think I'm being disrespectful to you?
No, I think this is good banter because this is how it's supposed to be. See, this is diverse. This is diversity, what we're doing. It's not, oh, because two black people are here, it's diverse. No, it's two different thoughts and two different ideologies, right, Tanya? Look up people who know what they're talking about, or at least okay. Yeah, you should do that. You should do that. She's right about that. The recovery rate is high, but you should be cautious. You see, he gave you the percentage rate. See what they say? You see? As she rhymes.
No, they old old.
Oh, Dusty, damn. These motherfuckers coming at me. I hear that. I like it.
You people are so
I'm
rude.
out here because God got me. That's all you can see right now. You say,
Listen,
man,
that's
this brother's
fine.
protected. This brother's protected. No matter what, he feels it. So if he feel it, then he got it. Then I got a
I
force
just
field around this cat.
I
And
just wish.
anybody that would ridicule that, anybody would say, oh, look, he bugging. He said God got him. Why he ain't got no mask on?
Let me
Then
respond, please. You going back into old stuff you already said. I think it's important for us to check our sources. And there's this thing that if something is said loud enough and enough times that people believe it to be true, and this misinformation can cause people death. So when it's a life or death situation, if people are spreading information that can cause people to die, yes, of course, I feel that information needs to have a warning on it. And they leave the information up, but they put a warning on it. They say, listen, this information has, by these reputable sources, been proven to be false. Yes.
But the reputable sources are liars too. But
This
you
is
think,
why.
but you think that they're credible
Give us,
for
give us,
whatever
give us,
reason.
give us an example of something that has like how the ex-president is talking about. There's the election was stolen. There's
You
no
don't think
reputable source that what?
you don't think the election was stolen? You think?
Absolutely not. People were tired of that bum and voted him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got the paper ballots and they got the electronic ones. In every state that they've recounted it, there was no widespread fraud. They have the paper ballots attached to each voter, and they went and recounted each paper ballot. It cost millions of dollars. And it
Okay.
was shown that, and he also went to court. There's no widespread. He went to a Republican Senate. They still no widespread fraud.
Mm. I thought it was a little on winning at night, and then all of a sudden, it changes. I thought
I
that was a
mean,
little
but
odd.
you see, and see, this is part of the reason that I believe in labels on things that are misinformation, because then we have people like you who receive information and
You're supposed to have people like me,
right, yeah, you receive the information and you don't scrutinize the information. You just believe what it is that you hear.
and you
There's
believe the
Listen,
opposite. So
I'm not just
you
gonna
do the
believe
exact
any BS.
you. Here's what you do.
Hmm.
You castigate the guy or the woman.
You feel castigated?
You castigate the guy or the woman who dares to question your reputable source. So once I question your reputable source, then I need a label, because how dare he try to think for himself? How dare he try to
Are you thinking
unravel
for yourself
our
though?
lie?
Are you
How
listening? Are
dare
you
he?
listening that people you see what people are saying, right?
Sorry, excuse me. We let the lady go first.
Yeah, so part of the issue is not scrutinizing the information. If there have been over 60 lawsuits, and this has gone before a mostly Republican Supreme Court, and still have been shot down with no cause, at some point we have got to look at the truth that we have in front of us, and not just the lies of one small hand, orange-faced, tippy-toed, obese maniac.
I never. How did you feel about Trump before he became the president? Did you think he was this racist, terrible guy before he became president? Did you
Look,
ever, or did you care?
we're
Did you
we're
even care?
listen. When he put out that ad about those
Central Park?
boys, yeah, when he put out that ad, when I started reading up on him, his father in the 1920s was arrested at a Ku Klux Klan rally, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, so you know this, right?
Yeah, I'm just
So we're
asking
so,
because
so
I
we're
never
talking
heard a
so
lot
we're
of people
talking
talk
so
about him.
we're talking about that. We're in New York. People talked about Trump all the time, and Trump had a lot of dumbass shit to say. He had a lot of dumbass shit to say about Barack Obama and this birtherism and talking big and all this other stuff. People had stuff to say about Trump when his casinos failed over and over and over again because he was such a bad business person. Yeah, so he puts this image out there like, oh, I'm Playboy dominaire. I'm Playboy extraordinaire, right? But when you peel behind the curtains and you see the idiocy and you see the ineptitude and you see that he has buildings that were brought up on racial discrimination from way back in the 80s. Look, when I was doing research, because I was looking to get into a lottery, and I did research on his buildings, and his buildings were not letting Black people in. So a Black couple would come in and be like, what about this vacancy? And they'd be like, oh, sorry, all full. Then a white couple would come in right after and they'd be like, oh, let's show you the apartment. And Trump has had a history. First of all, he was raised by a white supremacist who was caught at a Ku Klux Klan rally. And then he has the nerve to come out and perpetuate the same foolishness. So, yes, I had bad feelings about Trump before he became president. And then once he opened his mouth and BS started falling out, I had even less respect for him.
Now, how do you feel about Biden?
Listen, I have issues with a lot of these white folks out there, especially somebody like Biden who was against busing back in the days and all of this other stuff. And listen, we need more than two parties in the system. I'm disgusted that Biden had to be the only choice, because we are so blind, so dumb, crippled, and crazy in this country that we need the foolishness and the fuckery. This is why they go around to people like Cardi B and get her to give political messages, and why instead of talking about true policy, somebody like what's that woman's name would come with her, I got hot sauce in my bag, because this is what stupid ass nakers listen to. This is what they listen to. It's dumb. It's ridiculous, because when you want to talk about real change, nobody is really up for real change. They want the flash and the glitz and the glamour. It's dumb and it's insulting. So listen, I'm not a fan of Biden, I'm not a fan of Biden. But what I will say is, who is the person's team? Who is going to create the checks and balances around the president? Is he aligning himself with the best and the brightest? Trump filled up the swamp from the very first appointment of Betsy DeVos and all of the people who bought and paid for their positions around him, inept people who got high positions in our government. He assigned Pence to the with no medical background to the damn COVID team. He was over there talking about injecting bleach and sunlight up your bottom. It's ridiculous. It's dumb. Floor is yours, Moody.
I say, if you are happy that Trump is gone because he's racist, you can't be happy that this guy's coming in because he's racist too.
Well, you know what? The difference between
He's a better racist.
the difference is that Joe Biden listens to the people around him. Joe Biden has smart people around him to make decisions. Donald Trump surrounded himself with idiots.
I think when he said to a black person's face, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I think that was the ultimate diss, the ultimate insult that gave you a window into the mind
I mean,
of what we
I
are
don't. I would have.
in their
I
world.
would have voted for a dry pancake that had fallen on the floor and rats started biting on it before I voted for Trump.
I understand that.
I would
I
have voted for
understand
anyone. Listen, I worked for the Bernie. I volunteered for the Bernie campaign. I was all about Bernie. I wanted Bernie to win in 2016 when he was coming talking that different stuff. And so that's who I was. I was for him. I was for him.
Who keeps hot sauce? The question is why they do
Face
that.
is saying, girl, you wouldn't be on YouTube now. A white man made YouTube. Listen, white people were able
Who
to
the
make
fuck is that?
this stuff because white people were able to create all this stuff is because they've been siphoning resources. Look, and you wouldn't be able to be on your phone if it wasn't for Africa right now. The materials that you use for your phone right now are suctioned and siphoned out of the motherland. So you wouldn't be watching this right now if it wasn't for Mama Africa. And you need to go watch Journey of an African Colony and see how we got here today and how we have been being pimped for very, very long. So no, I deserve to be on YouTube. I deserve to be on Facebook. I deserve to be in more places, and they need to give us our reparations and our just due so that we can go and create our own platforms. And so I'm going to suck and siphon every single thing and ounce that this country has for me. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I don't deserve to be here. No, bitch, I'm here. Give me my due right now.
That's
Give
right.
it to me.
More questions. What else are you reading?
There's a lot going on. There's a lot. There's more than 1,000 people on here. Go ahead and thumbs up the video. Share the video. Everest likes me. Let's see. I saw some comment that had addressed you.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to look for it. Jim Crow, lock him up. Joe, look, we need to do better, and we need to stop just sitting down on the sidelines talking.
Jim Crow Joe.
And so G Moody, they said, G Moody, please, man. He said it's good people on both sides. Get a grip.
I think with this guy, it's clear they seem to be on some anti-freedom and using the pandemic to kind of slowly eliminate our freedoms. That's my only issue with this dude. I think that's what it is.
Which dude?
Joe Biden and that whole ideology. He said, "Oh, the first thing on my my to-do list is he's talking about genders and names and stuff like that. That's the first thing you're gonna do. Like when you hear that, it's like, yo, it's a different type of ball game, and I don't want my freedoms to be like eliminated. I think that's what this dude might be in cahoots with other nations. You never know. So I don't want that, man. And he sounds like it's a racist too. Like same thing. So
All right.
why would people be buck dancing for this dude?
I don't know about buck dancing for anybody. I want to play another video for you. You ready for one? I
I'm
was
ready.
gonna end the broadcast, but I don't want to end on this note because I ain't feeling good about where we're at right now. Okay.
No, okay, keep it going.
All right, let's go back. Let me go into my inbox. There's something that I want you to see. All right. Oh man. How are you doing out there, man? How's your fingers? Your hands ain't cold?
I do this every night. Remember,
Oh,
Monday through
okay.
Friday, 11 p.m., 12 a.m. Good
I'm
time
trying.
right here. Colder weather, we still rock.
Did you see that video of that man who said that girl was gonna die alone if she ain't lower her standards?
Oh shit, no,
You ain't see that?
nah. He said she's gonna die alone.
Yeah, you ain't see that. I'm surprised you ain't see that. It was viral.
A lot of cats gonna be alone.
He said that she wasn't pretty and she was just average at best.
You can't you can't meet people in person no more. It's all by the phone because you can't even go out.
So what?
Like, what's the point? You can't meet people like they used to do it back in the days. It's like Tinder and all this bullshit. That's weak.
How is meeting people online weak?
You want you want to have a person to person. It's not. You would rather have the choice, right? You have a choice, person to person. Now there is no person to person. It's all changed. It's all
It's like
digital.
people are in a vending machine and you vending up the next
And I
person.
and I think it's in. I don't think I think it's impersonal,
Uh-huh.
and it takes away from that human social experience. That's what I think.
I feel you. I feel you, but online dating been around since long before
Yeah, it's
COVID.
crazy. It ramped up now. Now, motherfuckers is you skeeting on your phone. You just like
Who is doing that? That's how you do it?
no. When you go on those Tinders and all that, them grinder
You be
motherfuckers.
swiping with your penis? This
Nah, man.
don't sound right, honey. You
I'm
need to
saying
put it
people.
away.
This is what motherfuckers doing to meet people now.
You said they skeeting on their phones. You know what
Yeah,
skeet is?
they got
How
these
skeet? How skeet is gonna get on the phone if your penis is away?
they got these apps where you can hook up. That's what I'm saying. Cats is skeeting through their phone now.
Cats? Who you speaking for besides yourself?
I'm good. I'm already locked down, so I am
So how do you
grateful.
know what other people are doing? Men are telling you that they skeeting on their phones. This is the conversations you having.
I made that up, but if you got an app that's hook up type of app, what you doing? You trying to skeet through your phone, whole boy. That's what it
I
is.
don't know what you talking about anymore. I ain't vouching for you. You on your own with this one.
Listen,
You on your own. All
if
right. I want to get a man's point of view on this video. All right. I want to get a man's point of view on this video. Look. Okay. They talking about keep America white again. All right. So let's go. You ready?
already.
All right, y'all. So this is the color we going with. All the little challenges y'all say is hard. Watch this.
Okay, grab your phone. So easy, right?
So what are your thoughts on this so
easy,
far?
Charles.
Why?
So I'm just gonna skip through this.
Oh
Yeah,
shoot!
I'm saying why he got them nails on? Oh, just to
2,
see.
1, go.
Oh, to see how it is.
Yeah. So
3, 2, 1, go.
pick up a penny.
But who has nails like that long?
So look.
Yo, y'all don't do this. First off, y'all don't wear shirts like this. How do y'all button up shirts like this? No, y'all don't.
We do wear button-ups.
I know
So
y'all
he
don't.
can't button his
No.
shirt. So it's a whole he's trying to type. So look, once you get to the end, you see why he's doing this. Look, this is why he's doing it. Look,
Oh,
that's his girl. Look, Jesus
that's
Christ, have mercy.
is that black love?
She got him out there in them acrylics. She got the look. Look at her.
Oh,
What
yeah,
you think?
he. I don't know what to say.
I want you to look. Let me zoom in on it for you,
All
so
right.
you can see. So this is why he's in these acrylic nails. This is his girl. Well, what?
He got.
What you trying to
She
say?
kind of old. Well, how is she old or my shit is blurred out?
Listen.
She looked like my third grade teacher.
I don't even know what to say either. You talking about old? It's more going on here than just some age. What is all of this? What is this?
Oh, that's a dude.
Now you can't tell if this is a. Let me come off of
Yeah, you
here.
know how that's how these motherfuckers is today. That's a dude.
Who knows what's going on? Who knows
Word.
what's going on? But let me ask you a question. If you had to do a challenge where you had to put on some acrylic nails to see how you could perform different things, if your girl asked you to do it, would you do it?
No,
Why?
I don't think I would stoop that low.
What you mean? Talk to me. What you talking
I I,
about?
I, I wouldn't think it would be necessary, or I would say you gotta do something else, like have another type of a subject. I'm not putting on no nails. I ain't doing that. Yeah, homegirl. I don't know. That's his girl. I always want to ask this since we on this shit.
Yeah.
The black dudes that mess with the white girls, they get the bottom of the barrel, right?
I don't know. I
It,
don't
it,
know.
and it be like Michael Jordan type motherfuckers messing with like Ricky Lake. Like it don't be, and the other way around. The white dudes get the superstar chicks. They get the baddest motherfuckers. I'm like, why? Where you get the Michael Jordans messing with Miss Garrett
Are you sure?
most of the time.
Mrs. Garrett? Why
Yeah,
you saying? Wait, you know who Mrs. Garrett is?
from Facts of Life.
So stupid. What's
Michael
wrong with
Jordan,
you?
Michael Jordan with Miss Garrett,
Something is wrong with you. All right,
right?
look, since you say you never saw this video, I'm gonna play it for you right now. And then
All
this is
right.
gonna be our last video, and we're gonna get out of here after this. So you
Okay.
never seen this before.
Okay. I never seen it.
You never seen this, you saying.
Nope.
All right. So let me give it a few moments to just all right, here we go. I'm gonna play this for you.
I honestly want to figure that. Is what I'm
Can you
realizing.
hear it?
And ma'am,
Yeah.
and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid 30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Um, my from my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls.
Yeah, that's right.
Girls
You
don't
take the good, you take the bad. That's right.
necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one of you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
Thank you. You're right.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would
That's
you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up 5, but when I put myself together 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry,
Your dress size.
a 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women
What is this guy talking?
get
He's trying to tell her
high
that she can't
earning men.
get a man who makes money because she's average
tend to get
looking and she
average
has a
men.
child and she's in her mid-30s.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can stop it now. We can get.
Here.
I want you to hear the end where he cusses
Stop
her
right there,
out.
breathe and digest.
So let's see if we could get to the end of this. Hold on.
So, what is your advice for women that?
All right, I'll tell you my advice, man, because you're not listening to me. This is why I always recommend you need these there. You seem like a sweet woman, but you're not getting it.
You're being so mean.
I'm not being, don't tell me I'm being mean.
Listen.
I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle the goddamn truth. You called my show on a day that you ain't even supposed to be here. And I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you. And I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone.
Oh.
All right.
I'm doing this shit.
All right. So what are your thoughts, Moody?
What does she expect?
Okay.
Like you gotta get to a certain, you gotta downgrade yourself if you got some type of baggage like that.
What you
You know
mean?
what I'm saying? Like you said, she's in her mid-30s,
Mhm.
got a kid. What you
Mhm.
expect to get?
What you mean?
Like the woman herself, if you have that, like you, what do you expect? You have to downgrade a little bit because what you're thinking, you should. I just don't get it because a lot of guys are going to have a choice. Well, she's this with this, so nah, I'm not going to go in that direction. So, what would
Tell
she
us
be?
more. Tell us more.
What would she be expecting in her mind?
What do
Like
you mean?
she was like, "Yo, I'm a star, right?" She was like, "I'm a star," and homeboy was like, "Yo, you got a kid, you 30-something years old. What you talking about?" It's that type of shit, right?
Yeah.
And I deserve what you deserve.
Okay. So tell us.
And versus what you bringing to the table with this baggage.
Okay. So what are you considering baggage?
Number one, you up there in age, and you got a kid, and there's nothing wrong with you having a kid per se, right? But if I'm looking for someone, then you having those things knock you down in my estimation, right? In what I'm looking for.
Okay.
And
So.
most guys are going to feel that way, I think. So what would she be expecting?
So what is this?
Are
So
you on the
what is it
same
that she
level?
should? What is it that she should go after then?
People with kids. You got with guys with the same shit you got. You expect not to see, this is what I'm saying.
So basically, this is what she was asking for, right? I don't think she was saying that she didn't want a guy with kids. I think she was saying that she wanted a man who makes 6 figures because she makes 6 figures.
Okay. Oh, well, that's a start. You have your guy. That's what you go for. I think you'll be all right.
What you mean? Elaborate.
If you have that as a guide,
Mm-hmm.
income, then you know that's all it takes, right? I want this because I have this.
Okay.
So it kind of streamlines what you're looking for because it's about income. So
Well, he was saying that she is average at best, and if she doesn't lower her standards, that she's going to die alone. Then he
and
called her broad and told her to get the fuck off his phone.
oh, that's when he had to show her what it really was.
What you mean?
That's why he had to get belligerent at the end so she could get it.
So
Because
she could get what?
some people need to be jarred, and he had to use jarring language so she could be jarred back into reality. So now she understands, like, yo, you not all that for you to be talking about, yo, I'm getting this, I want this. Let me tell you how you look, so you could you could be in reality, and you expecting that you're going to get this based on what we see means that you are delusional.
So
And I
what
need
makes
to.
you, so what is it about her that makes you feel that she's delusional?
It's not about what, it's what he said.
I'm talking about your point of view. You saw this woman. You heard her
Would
speak.
If I saw her on the
Hmm.
street, I wouldn't say she's bad. Oh, look at that bad chick. I wouldn't say that at all. I wouldn't even give her a second look. But that doesn't mean she isn't, attractive to somebody. I'm saying she's not bad.
Hmm.
Would you call her, oh, this is a bad chick?
I think, yeah, I'm not, listen, I've already given my point of view on this video. So I'm here to listen to your point of view.
And you ask the question, is she good looking or something? No, I would say
No,
no.
that wasn't the question that I asked, whether or not we think she's good looking, right? Or whether or not you think she's good looking. There's a man on the broadcast who is saying that if she does not lower her standards from wanting a man who makes six figures like she makes, that she's going to die alone.
But why would she need to lower her standards? What's the subset for that? Why would anybody say that she would need to lower her standards based on appearance, right?
Because he's saying that she
She
says
ain't all that.
she doesn't look very, that she's not a dime piece or whatever, right? And
And
that
you
she
don't
has
think
a
she know
child. Huh?
that? You don't think she know that?
What do you mean?
He said you need to lower your standards based on your appearance and you not being as bad as you think you are.
Did she, how bad did she say she was?
The guy said, if you looking for what you kicking to me, right?
I'm
You must
listening.
you must not see who you is. See, you must not see who you are. So let me tell you, listen, in order for you to get a semblance of what you want, you got to lower your standards, whether you like it or not.
So you
Oh
feel,
shit, I hear you. I'm all right. See, I don't need. Let me deal with this shit right quick.
mm-hmm.
I don't need external validation from anybody. I feel good inside. So no matter what motherfuckers say to me, it don't get me off my path because I have self-esteem. We don't need that external validation. So it's good money.
Okay. So you're a little all over the place, right?
That's right.
I just want you to answer the question, right?
Okay, what's the question? I didn't answer it in so many different
Should
ways.
she, you answered in many different ways. I'm trying to figure out how you feel about the video that we just saw. People feel that you didn't really listen to the video. Did you listen to the video, sir?
Yes, I listened to the video
What
and
did you hear in this video that you say you listened
he told her
to? Mm-hmm.
you gotta lower your standards. This is we don't gotta watch the whole video to get a summation of this motherfucker. He said you gotta lower your standards because you looking to get this. But basically what he's really saying, how could you expect something like that looking the way you look? So that was jarring language and it let her know maybe you need to pull down your standards because you may be delusional based
So
on.
you think that she's delusional based on the way she looks?
Yeah, I think she's kind of calling. No, she should go for the sky. You should reach for the sky. But you also need to be in reality, and you may need to scale it back a little bit based on appearance.
So she makes six figures. You're saying that she should not expect should not expect to get a man who makes six figures because she's not pretty to you.
No,
What are you saying?
I'm saying it'll be a little easier for you if you scale back a little bit.
Scale what back? What will be easier?
Maybe she has high expectations. And I think she should have that. Let me get this shit straight right now. I think she should shoot for the stars, and I think she should have self confidence in herself. And if she says, yo, this is what I'm gonna get, this is what I'm gonna go after, you shouldn't scale back. You should go for that. And anybody else saying anything about, oh, yo, your looks and all that, it ain't about your looks. If you want this and that's the criteria, then you got to go for it. And that's how it is. So we bullshitting around with what Homeboy said, but it ain't about what he said. It's how you feel about yourself. And if you deserve that, then you put that energy out there, you will get it. So it doesn't matter what anybody else says or how you look or whatever. It's how you feel. And good vibrations are going to bring that good vibration energy to you. So she could probably get a dude that makes more than that. You never know, man. We can't shit on nobody.
Well, it sounds like you had a different answer in the beginning than you did at the end.
Yeah,
It sounds
because
like
I
your
got an
answer
epiphany.
changed.
I
You
got an epiphany, and I wanted to really be straight with it because I don't want to bullshit around with that. Because if she feels that way, it doesn't matter what Homeboy says, trying to diss her looks and all that. That's not how you rock. Doesn't matter. She could get that, and she probably could get more when you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? So I had an epiphany.
What was it that made you have the epiphany, Moody?
Why should I slander somebody based on their looks, right? Why should that be done? So she
All right.
feels like, yo, I should get this, right? She feels that. And here comes somebody else saying, yo, maybe you should scale it down, trying to put the self doubt in that human being, right? So we don't want to operate like that. She should and could get whatever the fuck she wants. You know what I'm saying? It's based on her. And if it doesn't work out, at least you put it out there. So that's how I look at it.
Okay, they saying you backpedaling. They say you double
Listen,
speaking. They
listen,
saying you the one who says she need to scale it back.
let me tell these cats what it is. When
Mm-hmm.
you get
Tell
an
them.
when you get an epiphany and you
Mm-hmm.
realize, then you make an about face, and then you use the power of language to state your case. And this is what I've just done. So when I kicked to you, I had an epiphany. This is what it is. I turned around and I gave you the correct answer. We don't try to libel and slander these cats for the way they look. That's ridiculous. So we want to kick the real so you can understand my true feelings on that matter. Boom. That's how we do it.
All right, you all believe him?
Hell yeah.
If you believe his first answer was his real answer,
No.
put up the number 1. If you believe his second answer was the real answer, put up the number 2. We're gonna do a
Now,
survey.
she's not that bad and she knows it. So let me tell you this part. That woman is not bad and she knows it, right? But we can't hate on her for that. What we got to do is say, yo, get what you can, girl. Go, girl. Do what you could do. She knows. She's pissing in the dark with it. But am I going to come along and shit on her for having those thoughts? Hell no.
Wait, you think she's pissing in the dark? What does that mean?
You're not going to get no motherfucker with that 6 figures looking like that.
Wait, wait, I'm confused now. I'm confused. So people have voted. So all these people who put up the number 2, you are wrong because he just went back and said what he said. Hold on. Listen. Listen, these people, listen,
No, no, the rhetoric is lava like, and I'm cold with the speak. We doing it up. One.
listen.
What she
So
said?
basically, your thing is you don't think she's gonna be able to get a man with 6 figures.
I think it's gonna be a hard way to go. I think it's
Why?
gonna be. I think in reality she's not bad, right? I could kick all that what I was kicking, but in reality, as far as appearance, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? It's gonna be harder for her to attain her goal because not because she's not a good person, but when you see somebody, right? That's the law of attraction. I see you, boom, right?
That's the law of attraction,
No,
seeing a
no, no,
person.
no. That's not the law of attraction. I don't mean that. I mean this. The first thing you see, the first thing you see is
Mm-hmm.
you see the face of a person, and that's what kind of draws you. So if you're attracted to that person, it's that. But when you look at somebody that's mediocre and average, right? It doesn't really strike you as being, different and odd. So she gonna have a hard way, but that doesn't mean she won't be able to get it. That's what I'm saying.
So listen, you see this?
I think he better let seems like another way. Oh, you think I'm on some Teddy Pendergrass shit?
Listen.
No, that's
I
a
don't
that's a touchy
listen.
subject. I don't want to diss homegirl. And you see, the dude got fed up at the end. He said, "Listen, broad." He started getting mad, right?
And you
Because
feel okay with him calling her abroad?
no, that was a bad. You can't do that. That was a bad use of language for. He didn't need to do that. But he got fed up because she was delusional. He was like, "Who this
You
chick
think
think she
she's
is?"
delusional?
He's like, "Yo, who this chick think she is?" Like, yo, you wanting a lot.
What is it that she's wanting besides a man who makes six figures like she does? What is she wanting, Moody? Really? What is she wanting besides a man? Do you think it's a good idea for her with six figures to date a man who makes less than six figures? You think that's a good idea?
Uh, if you're all about it's just being money, yeah, that's a bad idea. Like if it's not about you know love, if it's not about black love and it's all about green money, then of course it's the wrong way to go. Because you look at it like that, like on some impersonal shit, like yo, fuck this motherfucker. He ain't making six figures. It ain't about no love. It's all about the money. Fuck that brother. Then if that's the way it is, then you're making a bad decision. But if it's about coming together on some love shit, right, and money shit, then I think that's the way. But if you want some, man, fuck him, man.
All right. So, okay. So you think that I'm exhausted now at this point. Thank you for coming on the show, Moody. Listen,
All
we
day, every day, you know how it is.
yeah, so thank you so much. I didn't really get a sense for what your answer is besides. So you know what I got as your answer? This is what I took away as your answer.
Okay.
That you don't personally feel that she looks good looking, that you think that she needs to lower her standards and scale it back because a man who makes six figures is not going to be interested in her, but you don't want to tell her to lower her standards because anybody could be able to get anything. So you're going to tell her to go and shoot in the dark, but you think it's going to be hard for her to get that. So, but it'll be easier for her to find somebody if she just scale back. That's what it sounds like you said. Is that true or false?
No, I don't want her to scale back.
That
I want to clarify that.
mhm.
Don't scale back. Now, however you look is however you look. You can't change that shit too much. Just rock out, go with it. And who am I to tell you to scale back? Who am I? Who is that guy to tell her to scale back? Do what you do, put your shit out there, put it out there, you might could get it. You may have motherfuckers that don't care how your ass look. You might get somebody like that.
Okay.
See, when he has a warm home to do this live, and he's been inattentive to her. Inattentive. You've been inattentive because you're not hearing what I'm saying. Go home, Moody. I'm here for the night, brother. Black loves means date. See, that's what they say. Moody is average. Moody is above average. Answer the question. I just answered the motherfucking question. Never trust a brother without internet at home. I got everything I need. You make these assumptions on this brother, man. That's not black love. You're supposed to be like, yo, this brother's out here doing it in a pandemic. He's doing it. God got him. Look at him. He didn't even got a mask on. This is one of the baddest motherfuckers out here. But I get ridiculed and scorned. How? G Moody, unstable man, is unstable in all his ways. No, my stability gives me the ability to kick the content that will keep your ass content. And this is what I do with Tanya TKO. Take your ass home. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be home. We're gonna be eating this good ice cream. We hope everybody has a good 2021. Happy New Year to everybody. We have a good night. Have a good night. It's your brother from live from New York City. halfway house. Never. Brownsville, Brooklyn, all the way live, no halfway. We don't pay no bail. We pay tuition, homeboy. What you talking about?
Thank you, Moody, for coming on. Tell the people once
let him
again.
go.
Tell them how
let
to
him
reach you.
let him
Tell
keep
them,
going. Let him keep going like credits.
tell them how to reach you, Moody. Tell them.
G Moody's Cookout, Instagram Live. Hit me up there. Listen to my podcast. It's called This, That, and the Third with G Moody. It's 5 stars, so you may think this brother's talking some foolishness, but 5-star podcasts don't lie, man. Check out the reviews, iTunes, wherever podcast is. I'm the best, man.
All right.
I'm the best.
All right. Thank you.
By
Thank you.
crosswalk. What the fuck? Wait, keep it going. Let it keep going. I like it.
These are just the ones. There's too many that's coming in.
Let them come
There's
in.
too
That was
many.
not. See, the people who know the time. G Moody is right. Let the motherfuckers come in. Find me. He's by. I'm. It was good talking to y'all cats though, for real. We had a good time. I like it. This is what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna steal your Timberland. He's the best at Foosh. No. Real talk, independent thinking, hallmark, bro.
All right. Thank you so much for coming out, Moody. It was thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
There's no one in the world like you. No one in the world like you.
Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Bye. All right. Listen. Goodness. Listen, I did his podcast last year, and he's been saying he wanted to come on. He's cool peoples. He's Brooklyn all day, every day. He has a podcast where he plays hip hop music. He talks about what's going on in New York. It's an entertaining podcast. And it's like you can't expect everything from one source. You know what I mean? So listen. Tam, these comments are going so quickly. Tam said, I have the patience of a monk. Listen. MJ says, y'all very disrespectful and disturbing. Lady says, I have the patience of a sane. Bonita says, Lord of mercy, Tanya, where do you find your grace and your patience? Listen, fashionista saying I was taking the mic. I mean, she must be in the UK because that's the verbiage out there. Taking the mic is kind of like taking the piss, which is kind of like making a mockery or having a joke, having a laugh. Leandra says, love the diversity of your conversation with him. Listen, I say go check out his podcast if you want to hear. Like he'll go out and about and have his interviews and stuff. Now I enjoy his podcast. If you're cleaning up, you play his podcast. You put the music on. He goes on Instagram every night, and you play his podcast. He plays New York music. He's out and about, and he talks about the current events, so you can find out what's going on in basketball and all of that stuff. I enjoy his podcast. He is a Candace Owens fan. Oh, I didn't even call him out on that when he was on the broadcast. He's a Candace Owens fan. And when I found that out, I had to take what it is that he says with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just, listen. TK is saying, how is she pacing, cussing at him multiple times for no reason? Who did I cuss at multiple times for no reason? I cussed at him maybe 2 times, and each time was with reason. What you need to do is not get yourself cussed out with reason. Just don't get yourself cussed out. Worry about you, right? Nikki Love is saying, I respect Candace Owens. Lisa is saying, Tanya, you're amazing. That's all that matters. The purpose behind you is beautiful. You are so sweet. You're so sweet. Listen. Oh, all right. there's no need to write to me about people going live about me. Let them go live. I love when people go live about me. It only brings more people to me. My YouTube page has increased 5,000 subscribers this 1 month alone. So let them continue to bring the love my way. I make videos about viral content, and I reward people in my videos who are Team Tanya. I don't bring people into my videos who are not Team Tanya. I don't do that whole oh la la la, oh la 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 la. La 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 la. I don't do all of that in my videos. I do my thing, and it's let people say whatever it is that they want to say. If you write to me in my email about somebody going live about me and how you feel that I need to, you're going to get blocked, because it seems like you want drama and you want to bring drama my way, which is not what I'm about. So simple as that. I don't reward bad behavior, and I don't negotiate with terrorists. You should know me by now. You should know me by now. But nonetheless, listen, I love you all very much. Go out there and love one another. But most importantly, what? That's right. Love yourself. And part of loving yourself is speaking with different people, having different conversations with different people, and not feeling like different people's difference of thought is a threat to you. I mean, people are entitled to feel how they feel. I feel how I feel, right? You feel how you feel. All right, everyone. I will see you all in the next video. I'm so tired after that. I don't like broadcasting for more than 2 hours. So I'll see you all later. Peace.